Our movie tells the story of a young man who is failing in life, with everyone exploiting his kindness, even his only friend. However, his life changes while he is chasing the man who killed his father. But when he finally catches the killer, a shocking twist is revealed. The film starts with a young man named Wesley, who works in an accounting office. We learn that it is his boss's birthday, and everyone pretends to be happy for her, although they are actually frustrated with her behavior, including Wesley. Unlike the others, Wesley is not good at pretending to be cheerful. We also find out that Wesley suffers from episodes where everything slows down for him due to a disorder, but he has medication that helps him recover quickly. The story escalates when a certain client arrives, asking one of the employees about someone he knows. Before she can respond, a sniper shoots at her, missing the shot. The client reacts swiftly, rushing to the rooftop, intent on taking down the sniper. He manages to eliminate all the guards he encounters and prepares to face the sniper. The sniper is revealed someone named Cross, who used to work with the client for an organization called the Brotherhood. However, Cross left the organization, making him an enemy they want to eliminate. The client then discovers that everything was a setup, leading him to where he stands now. Cross calmly eliminates him, while the story returns to Wesley, who uncovers his girlfriend's betrayal with his close friend, Barry. Despite the situation, Wesley refuses to confront her, even though she continues to act as if nothing is wrong. This is a very bad situation, and Wesley returns to his job. As usual, his boss keeps bothering him, and he can't take it anymore, so he takes his medication to calm down a bit. Afterward, he goes to withdraw money to buy something he needs, as he cannot do without it and feels frustrated when he finds his account has only a few dollars left. Then he goes to buy his medication. A woman named Fox appears, staring at him, and Wesley feels confused by her attention. We find out that Fox also works for the Brotherhood organization. The client who was killed had worked with her and was Wesley's father. Fox reveals the truth to him, telling him that she's with him now because Cross is nearby and wants to kill him. At the same time, Cross and Fox start shooting at each other. Everything happening feels strange to Wesley, and he's terrified. He rushes out of the place, and Fox follows him in her car. Wesley jumps in to escape from Cross, who wants to kill him like he killed his father. Fox manages to slow Cross down and escape in her car. Wesley faints from everything he's seen. When he wakes up, he finds that Fox has taken him to the Brotherhood's headquarters, where he meets their leader, Sloan. As Wesley looks around, he sees many men, and his fear increases, thinking they've mistaken him for someone else. He tries to explain this to them. Sloan wants to test Wesley and asks him to shoot the wings off the flies in front of him. Wesley tries to explain that he doesn't know how to shoot, so one of Sloan's men pulls out a gun and threatens Wesley to make him comply. At that moment, Wesley has one of his episodes, and out of fear, he starts shooting at the flies. Incredibly, he manages to shoot off their wings just as Sloan requested. Sloan tells Wesley that he knew he could do it and reassures him that his episodes aren't a sickness or disorder at all, but rather something else entirely. This ability can hit any target he wants, but all Wesley needs is to figure out how to control it. He tries to raise his weapon against Sloan to escape, but Sloan isn't afraid because he feels secure with his men around him. Sloan informs Wesley that all of his father's possessions are now in Wesley's name after his father's death. If Wesley agrees to join them, they will hand over all the money. However, Wesley can't believe what's happening and leaves. The next day, Wesley thinks everything that happened was just a dream and that it's over. But he's shocked when he finds the gun Sloan gave him is still with him. After having no money, he now has a huge sum in his account and learns that Sloan transferred the money to him from his father's assets. Wesley is thrilled and decides to be brave and stop being afraid of anyone. He confronts his boss while she's yelling at him, standing up to her and telling her that everyone in the office hates her because of how she treats them. He even punches Barry for betraying him and walks away. As he leaves, he finds Fox waiting for him. She takes him to the Brotherhood's headquarters, which is located in an old castle. Wesley is surprised when he discovers that the place is actually a textile factory inside. He knows now that Sloan and the others with him are all assassins. Sloan asks Fox to be responsible for training Wesley to prepare him for his first mission, and she agrees. Fox takes Wesley to his first training session, where one of their men is tied to a chair. They start beating him up while asking why he's there with them, marking the start of Wesley's tough initiation into the Brotherhood. But Wesley doesn't know how to react, so he just keeps getting beaten up. After that, he moves on to the next stage, where he meets someone who only uses knives. Wesley can't handle it and ends up getting seriously injured, eventually passing out. When he wakes up, he finds himself immersed in a special healing substance made of wax that can heal wounds in hours instead of days. While recovering, Wesley meets a man who has a pet rat, and later, he goes for his next training session, which involves firing bullets at an angle. Of course, Wesley fails the task, but Sloane encourages him, telling him that he can do it easily. Wesley then moves on to the next stage of training, this time with Fox. She pushes him to jump over a moving object, and he also learns how to put his hand inside a machine and quickly retrieve the shuttle from it. He fails at this too. Later, Wesley talks to the man with the rat, who shares an interesting piece of information. The rat can carry a timed explosive, and if Wesley uses several of them, he can create massive explosions. Wesley returns to Fox, who keeps hitting him, demanding to know why he joined the Brotherhood. Exhausted from the beating, Wesley finally tells her that he joined to discover his true identity, one he doesn't yet know. Sloane overhears this and realizes that Wesley isn't fully aligned with their goals. He talks to Wesley and tells him that they are going to take down Cross soon, but only when the time is right. This excites Wesley, and he becomes determined to avenge his father's death. He trains rigorously, preparing to take out Cross, and starts studying Cross's thinking patterns. As Wesley's skills improve, he surpasses all the tasks he had previously failed in his training. Fox is impressed with his progress, but the one thing he still can't do is shoot a bullet at an angle. Fox decides to take a risk and stands in front of Wesley, challenging him to fire the bullet without hitting her. Wesley is terrified of accidentally shooting her, but he takes the shot, and to his surprise, he succeeds in curving the bullet. With this, Wesley is ready for his first mission. Sloane takes him along and explains that, 1,000 years ago, a group of weavers discovered a secret language, and fate led Sloane to decipher it. Since then, the Brotherhood has relied on this machine, which produces the names of people who must be killed. Every person the Brotherhood has assassinated was identified by the machine, and they simply carry out its orders. To make Wesley believe, Sloane demonstrates the machine's abilities, revealing the name of someone who is next to be killed. Wesley realizes that this person must die according to the machine's orders. Sloane assigns Wesley to carry out this mission, and Wesley agrees, going with Fox to complete it. But at the last moment, Wesley hesitates, unsure whether the target truly deserves to die. He decides not to follow through and cancels the mission. Fox then speaks with him, revealing that her father was killed by a serial killer when she was a child. After joining the Brotherhood, she discovered that her father's death had been ordered by the machine. However, the assassin assigned to kill the serial killer refused, which led to the deaths of many others, including her father. Wesley is convinced by her story and returns to the target's location, completing the mission in a highly professional manner. He asks for another mission, which turns out to be more difficult than the first, but Wesley succeeds in executing it. However, he soon comes face to face with Cross and decides to pursue him to finish him off. In the process, Wesley accidentally shoots the man with the rat. They try to save him, but he dies, fueling Wesley's determination to catch Cross before anyone else dies because of him. Sloane allows Wesley to continue with his mission. Meanwhile, Sloane pulls a printed name from the machine and gives it to Fox, instructing her to kill the person listed. Fox is shocked to find that the name is Wesley's. She sets off to find him. At the same time, Wesley tracks down a man who sells Cross's bullets, trying to find Cross's location. The man pulls a gun on Wesley, but Fox arrives just in time to save him. The man then tells them he can arrange a meeting between Wesley and Cross, and they agree. They head to the meeting point at the train station, but the man quickly escapes. Wesley chases after him and follows Cross onto a train, where a fierce battle ensues. Fox joins the fight to help Wesley and tries to kill Cross. The train eventually derails and crashes, leaving Wesley on the verge of death. Surprisingly, it's Cross who saves his life. But before Wesley can process what happened, he shoots Cross, and Cross is fatally wounded. Just before Cross dies, he reveals a shocking truth. He is Wesley's real father. While Cross was being chased, his goal was actually to save Wesley from the Brotherhood. After Cross dies, Wesley confronts Fox to find out if what Cross said is true, and she confirms it. Fox pulls out her gun to shoot Wesley, but he acts quickly, grabs Cross's body, and escapes into the river. Afterward, Wesley goes to the man who used to sell bullets to Cross and learns that Cross really was his father. Cross had been trying to protect Wesley from Sloane and the Brotherhood. Wesley also discovers that the machine had originally produced Sloane's name as someone who was supposed to be killed, but Sloane altered the results, instead generating names of people he wanted eliminated, including Cross. That's why Cross wanted to take down the Brotherhood and protect Wesley, as they had dragged him into the conflict. Determined to avenge his father, Wesley comes up with a plan to destroy the Brotherhood. He gathers a large number of rats and attaches explosives to them, sending them into the Brotherhood's stronghold. The resulting explosion creates chaos, just as the Rat Man had taught Wesley. Wesley then fights his way through the Brotherhood, killing everyone who gets in his way, until he finally confronts Sloan and his team. Wesley reveals the truth about Sloan, telling everyone that the machine had actually listed all of their names for death. Sloan admits that this is true and that they were all meant to die, but he manipulated the machine to avoid his own death. He challenges the others, saying that if they are upset about it, they should follow the machine's orders and kill each other. The group refuses and instead turns on Wesley, as his name is currently on the machine's kill list. Just as they are about to kill him, Fox pulls out her gun and, using her expert skills, fires a bullet at an angle that ricochets through the room, killing everyone in it, including herself, with a single shot. However, Sloan manages to escape. Later, Sloan tracks Wesley to a library, intending to finish him off. But when Sloan arrives, he is shocked to find that the person sitting in front of him is not Wesley. Wesley has set a trap, and as Sloan looks down, he realizes he is standing on a marked spot. At that moment, Wesley appears and kills Sloan, using the same technique his father once used to take down targets.